So the total cost of the procedure, including hospital and surgeon fees for a non-insured person, is $12,500.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Is there any chance I can go back and think about it a little bit?
Welcome to OMD TV, the place to be to grow and scale your practice. How many times have you heard that reply from your prospects? I'm guessing right now fairly frequently, right? No matter what services you are selling right now, this objection is typically going to be one of the most dominant objections that keeps coming up all the time, especially if you are dealing with self-referring patients and if you are selling high-value procedures. But being able to handle this objection well will help you improve your new patient conversion rate dramatically. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to deal with this objection, and it will be an essential part of your team's new patient handling process. So I suggest that you pass on this video to the person who takes charge of this job in your clinic. What I'm about to show you is how to handle "I need to think about it" objections, how to isolate and handle them so you can move on to the next step in your selling cycle. First off, the "I need to think about it" objection is actually not a real objection. It's actually a fake objection masquerading a real objection. If somebody needs to think about it, what they're really telling you is that they aren't clear or that there hasn't been enough value built up for them so they're ready to invest. Before we get into the specific of how to deal with this objection, something that I really want to remind you of is that a transaction only takes place when value exceeds the price. When someone is having a problem with the price, that is because you haven't established enough value for them yet. That's why in our sales training with other medical and healthcare professionals, we typically advise them to never tell a prospect the price of an item until full value has been established. Without establishing a full value, regardless of the price that you tell them, they're gonna think, wow, that's expensive, or probably use the "I need to think about it" excuse to not go ahead. Because the reality for most situations like this is that this objection is referring back to the price objection. And so typically when somebody says this to you, well, yeah, that sounds good, but I just need to think about it. This is how you want to deal with it. Sure, no problems. So what part of this do you really need to think about it? Is it the money? And then you want to pair these two things together, because in most instances, it's always the money that they need to think about more than anything else. And at this point, we'll know it is actually the money objection that we need to address, and not this fake "I need to think about it" objections. So you can say,
Okay, is there any other reason that we can't get this done? Like, if we can make the money make sense, then we'd be good to go?
Yeah, I think it's only about money.
No problem. Then let me just go over this one more time, because obviously I didn't do a good enough job explaining the value the first time. I'm sorry about that. What you're going to get with this procedure is that
and then you lay out everything that you're going to get and establish the full value that you will be providing to them, and as well as the payment plan solution that you may have. We explained in detail how to deal with the money objections in our previous video. So if you haven't watched it, please check this out. Because your prospect needing to think about it isn't the real objection. We want to push through that fake objection and find out what their silent, most likely money objection actually is. This allows us to step back and figure out what exactly going on in their mind. And if they say that there isn't a pricing problem, and then they really want to think about it, and this is what you say, okay, Here's how we can handle that scenario.
And that's great. Of course, I mean, most people need to think about it before they make a final decision. But let me ask you this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being you'd never go ahead with this no matter what I offer, and 10 being that you're ready to go right now, where do you think you're sitting?
With this conversation we're having right now, we are trying to identify what's the real silent objection that our prospect is keeping from us. And we want to bring that hidden objection to the spotlight so we can address it right now. If you wanted to try a different strategy, you can use...
Look, no problems. I get that. I want to make sure that this is going to be a great fit for you. Can I ask you this, though? I mean, what haven't we discussed that you still need to think about? I'm right here, right now. We can I can help you make an empowered and informed decision. What haven't we covered? What questions do you have that are still unanswered? Let's address them right now.
And then you can move forward and hopefully address all those objections that holding them back. So to recap, the I need to think about it objection is a false objection. It doesn't exist. There's always a real underlying objection that is behind somebody saying that. So this is masquerading a real objection. You will want to shatter those false objections and find out what's the real objection, and then you want to isolate it and handle that real objection so you can keep the ball moving closer to the desired outcome that you want to have with that prospect. We provide comprehensive sales training for your team, showing you how to address all sorts of different objections and how to qualify prospects before even they come to see you in the clinic in our special sales guide called the 7-Figure Samurai Sword Sales Guide for Clinics. We have both electronic and audio versions for you, so you can check it out and apply what you will learn from that, and you will see your new patient conversion rate improved immediately. So check it out. Thank you very much for watching today, and bye for now.